Hello everybody. Today I'm going to present multi-disease, multi-view and multi-center right ventricle segmentation in cardiac MRI using efficient late ensemble deep learning approach. My name is Abdul Qayyum and here is co-authors of this paper. I am presenting this paper on behalf of first author. Our proposed method is just like a unit and it consists of encoder and decoder block. We have introduced some different module inside the encoder and decoder. In encoder side, we use a residual block with some skip connection, and in the decoder side, we use some EDP block. EDP means we have expansion, depth wise, and projection module inside the EDP, and we also use some two convolutional layers in the encoder side and max pooling layer used for downsample the input size of the image, and the upsampling layer used at the decoder side for the reconstruction of the original image. We have proposed the single model for long axis and short axis views. At encoder side, along with two 3x3 convolutional layer block, the residual block consists of 3x3 convolution with Bayes normalization and switch activation function. In EDB block, first we use the expansion layer, then depth-wise, and then projection layer. The basic idea in this EDB block, we can use different number of filters in the expansion layer as well as in projection layer. So we can choose different number of feature map that cater the different number of information from the encoder side to reconstruct the better segmentation map. We use post-ensemble based majority voting method with test time augmentation to get the final segmentation map. First, we have trained our proposed model using some cross-validation, training and validation dataset. After this, we have used the test time augmentation. The test time augmentation, similarly, data augmentation is going to the training. The purpose of test time augmentation is to perform a random modification to the test images. Instead of showing the regular images only once it trained to the model, we will show some augmentation images several times and then average the prediction of each corresponding image and take the final prediction. We have used flipping and rotation with some various angles as test time augmentation in our proposed solution and get the fruitful results. After this, we use post-ensemble majority voting based on the max majority voting technique to get the final segmentation mask. In the result section, we have trained our model on the dataset that is provided by the challenge organizer. So we have also trained different unit-based model and compare the performance of our proposed model with the existing state-of-the-art unit-based model. Our proposed model produced better dice in short axis as well as long axis for the validation dataset, and also produce the good performance on the test dataset. Similarly, we have submitted our proposed model to the challenge organizers, and they provided some results on the test dataset. So on the test dataset, our proposed model have the overall better performance and produce 88% dice coefficient and average 13% house drop distance in the short axis. Here is the qualitative results. So we can see that we have the ground truth and the prediction to the slices of our proposed model in long axis and short axis view. So we can see that on the subject 7 we have chosen in the validation dataset our proposed model provide some wrong pixels predictions. You can see in the first row and the second column. We have developed some 3D segmentation map using ITK Snap and showed some results on the ground truth and prediction on short axis. So we can see our proposed model produce the good segmentation volume with comparison the ground truth volume. In some cases, for example, in subject 26, the prediction is little distorted as compared to the ground truth. In conclusion, we have proposed deep learning based method for the segmentation of right ventricle as well as left ventricle. Our proposed solution produce average dice coefficient 88% and Hausdorff distance 30% on the test dataset. The results on the test dataset are still encouraging and comparatively not better as compared to on the validation dataset. So the proposed solution could be a better option towards correct diagnosis and prediction of right ventricle segmentation. In future, we will study and implement others 3D deep learning based method to further enhance the results. Thank you so much for listening.